Hello, Joe here from Infiniti of Tacoma. Today I'm going to tell you about this awesome 2019 Subaru BRZ Limited that we have for sale. One fun sports coupe. The BRZ is really a pure sports car, front engine, rear wheel drive, manual transmission. Obviously an automatic is available, but I think, you know, the purest of automobiles is going to have a manual transmission like this one. I'm a manual transmission enthusiast. I own 4 cars, 2 of them are manuals. I daily drive actually a manual 2002 Outback, Subaru Outback Sport. I love my little Subi. I love the way the engine sounds. I look forward to driving it every day. It's by far not the most expensive, not the fanciest car I have. In fact, it's the least expensive, least fanciest car. It's a 20-year-old Subaru, 164,000 miles on it, but I'm telling you, it still runs great. Engine purrs like a kitten. I love driving it. I've always liked Subarus, but after owning one, it really, they have a way of really getting into your heart. And the BRZ is so much fun. This vehicle is designed from the top down to be fun to drive. It's designed to be one of the best handling cars that you can get for, you know, the money. It's not a super expensive car. It's very attainable to a lot of people. And, you know, coming from someone who's been in the car business all his life, I started when I was 15, I'm 41. I've driven all sorts of fast, sporty cars. And, you know, it's one thing, you know, driving on a racetrack or a drag strip, but driving on public roads, you know, you can only go so fast. And you don't need 500 horsepower and a big V8 to have fun. This car is just as much fun to drive on roads. You get this thing in a curvy road. It's an absolute hoot to drive. It's just as much fun to drive as bigger, faster, more powerful sports cars. In a lot of ways, it's more forgiving, you know, where, you know, you have a Z06 Corvette, things happen really fast. If you don't know what you're doing, you get too judicious with the throttle, especially the traction control off, that thing's gonna spin around and throw you in a ditch. A car like this is a lot more forgiving. When it starts to oversteer, it lets you know, it gives you a chance to recover before things get too far. And it makes you a better driver, so maybe one day if you want to graduate to a, you know, higher horsepower vehicle, this is a great vehicle to start off with. For me, I'd be happy driving this all my life. I would have plenty of fun with this thing just the way it is right here. 24,044 miles, 1 owner clean Carfax. It's a local vehicle. We do have a complimentary Carfax report. With a limited trim, it's very nicely appointed. You have this kind of synthetic leather and suede cloth trim seats with the BRZ embroidered in there. Heated seats. You have a drive mode selector. This looks like their standard. It's a track mode and then off, I guess, for the traction control system. So it does looks like there's a couple different settings for the traction control, which is nice. Keyless ignition with push button start, dual zone auto climate control, navigation, rear parking camera, automatic dimming mirror, universal garage door opener, integrated compass, nice leather up steering wheel. This one also has tinted windows, aluminum pedals. And even though it's a small car, it's still pretty comfortable. I'm 6'2", I fit very comfortably in here. The back seats are a different story. I mean, it probably could have just as been easily a 2-seater. Keeping it real, you're probably not gonna have more than kids sitting back there. Sometimes I think they put back seats in cars just to keep the insurance companies happy. You know, in the eyes of an insurance company, maybe the insurance rates are a little bit lower on a 4-seater versus a 2-seater. I don't know, but you can definitely put stuff back there. You can put your, you know, knapsack back there or a duffel bag. It's still functional, I guess. Really nice chiseled lines. I actually like the way the BRZ looks a little bit more than the its sister vehicle, the Toyota 86. Toyota and Subaru developed the 86, formerly known as this FRS, together. But I think Subaru probably plays a little bit more in the construction of these vehicles than Toyota does. I don't know for sure, but that's kind of the gist I get out of it. You know, especially looking at the engine, which is distinctly Subaru with that cool boxer flat 4. Decent size trunk. You know, obviously we have to make concessions with small cars, but still pretty decent. All season floor mats, trunk mounted spoiler. Really is a beautifully designed car. Very, very balanced. This has pretty close to 50-50 weight distribution for amazing handling and balance. The nice thing too, in the world of high gas prices, this is a performance car that's also pretty fuel efficient as well. And one of the best aspects of this car is the engine. Like my Subaru, this thing has a really cool flat 4-cylinder engine. Subaru has been building these flat 4 engines for a very long time. They're actually one of the few companies that makes flat 4 engines. Another company is Porsche. The flat 6 that you find in the 911 is a similar, I guess, somewhat similar design. I mean, so the reason why they call it a flat 4 is the pistons are positioned horizontally, unlike our vertically, which you find in most inline 4-cylinder engines. So it's almost like a flat pancake design. You can kind of see it. It's a very compact, small engine. You can see it's also pretty easy to work on. Everything is just right there in front of you. The belts. It's really kind of straightforward and simple to get at. So if you like to work on cars yourself, this would be a little bit easier than some other vehicles. So with that flat design, it not only makes it more compact, but it lowers the center of gravity. So it makes it a little bit more, the center of gravity is a little bit more lower down. And also that compact design, it makes it safer because in certain frontal collisions, instead of the engine getting pushed inside the car passenger compartment, with breakaway engine mounts, the engine will break away and go underneath the vehicle in certain frontal collisions. Also has a unique sound to it, lots of low end torque, really, really nice engine, naturally aspirated, no complex forced induction. This does have an aftermarket intake, probably for a little bit extra horsepower. It's about 205 horsepower, I think. Not a heavy car, of 205 horsepower. This thing's pretty quick, 0 to 60 in a little over 6 seconds. And of course, there's a boatload of performance features if you want to personalize it. They always sound nice with an exhaust system. Man, what a fun car. I absolutely love these. Thanks so much for taking the time today to watch this video. Hopefully we see you soon, and have a wonderful day.